Okay, we are back and we are rolling. All right, you guys are back. That's good. Are we good? We're back. Yes, sir. Okay. Guys, do y'all know Draven, you might know a thing or two about a thing or two. Do you know what was going on in the top split of the Bathurst 12 hour? I'm just curious because something wild happened and I honestly can't believe it, but it's also pretty amazing. Is okay, man. How do I update the YouTube stream title? It's still showing Mercedes AMG, but it is not Mercedes AMG. We are on Ferrari day. It is Ferrari day. What's up with that? No more dipping. Lovely. Thank you very much. You know something? The Aslan brothers got P2 in the top split. P2 in top split. They are so sort of you can assume that safely they are the second best racing team, the second best two-man team in the world out of everyone who's done the Bathurst 12 hour this year. Haven't had anything besides server issues in some split. And that's just typical iRacing. Even, yeah, some of the Pepega boys and the Axel fellas also, they messed up their race, tried to do another slot and server issues, so they couldn't retry. Man, before I unpause, can I just say, I miss iRacing, man. I really miss iRacing. I really do. I feel my life feels empty. It's like iRacing, man, it was stressful, but it also kind of gave me purpose. It kept me going last year. Like every waking moment, I would feel like, okay, today we wake up, we learn a new track, new week, new track, new car and track combo. We learn, push for SR, push for the IR, or at the very least, we fail and we learn and we do better, right? That kept me going. That continuous pursuit to get better and better and to prove that I don't completely suck. That kept me going, and that motivated me a lot to keep pushing and do better, and yeah, it's gotten me so far. It's gotten me so far. 1 year of iRacing has gotten me so far. Then I don't know, the 3 to 4 years that I've been on a wheel combined, like that's how huge it was for me, and I kind of miss it. And just when back in January when I was really cooking, I was pushing so hard. I was doing such a good job with the GR86 and the Kia Optima and the MX5 and the GT4s. Right? I was in the new Porsche Cup. I was just getting into the groove. We did such a good job at Daytona as well. I was getting more and more confident with these harder to drive cars, and I was starting to understand what it takes to be a better driver, and not just a better driver, as in knowing how to drive the car that you're driving, but to race, to be a better racer, to be a better racing driver as well, how to race, having spatial awareness, having racecraft, having respect, having trust for the other drivers, so the situational awareness, knowing when to attack, when to defend, when to be patient, when to be aggressive. But I learned so much from it, and I miss it, man. I miss it, especially because I recall back to what I said last year. I said LMU was going to be our mainstream this year. How many LMU streams have we done this year? How many? I don't know, 3, maybe 4. And out of 4 of those, I think nearly all of them I rage quit. I rage quit because the game just completely craps on itself. Servers can't hold together. Idiots just murder us on the first lap. I get so frustrated. Yeah, it's just God. The racing is better than iRacing, right? By a long shot. The standards are better. But because I suppose people aren't paying for it, there's a larger percentage of people who don't take it as seriously as they do on iRacing. And on iRacing, the consequences are harsh as well. Even a light tap can transfer so much momentum because the collision physics are so well done. The collision physics are so well done. The crashes and the contact feels natural in iRacing, mostly. Whereas in LMU, it still kind of feels like, you know, in the race room, where you're still kind of bumping Hot Wheels cars. There's no real transfer of momentum from one car to another. It's easy to lose control. It's easy to mess up your own race. It's easy to mess up someone else's race. But to counter that, the netcode is very good. But it still feels like everyone, because of that, it allows and encourages people to drive more aggressively. And by aggressively, what I really mean is stupidly. It encourages people to drive stupidly, rashly, without really thinking, I must get ahead of this guy in the next corner, and not really thinking in terms of the entire race, what their goal is for the entire race. They don't really think that way. People, there's a lot more casuals for sure, because it's a one-time purchase. You bought the game, you own the game, you play the game. iRacing is more of a commitment, so you kind of see that mentality for the most part. For the most part, you see that mentality. But LMU, again, I know for a fact there are more people on controller on LMU than there are people on controller on iRacing. So that's already a big offset. If you're in the bronze lobbies and S1 lobbies, you can clearly tell. And you can clearly tell who's casual, who's not. That there are still people who don't know the basic rules of multi-class racing. The game doesn't teach you very well. It's got loading screen tooltips, which is great. But I think those should be like, you know how Gran Turismo has this like license thing you gotta, like a video you gotta watch? Yeah, put that in LMU. Put that in LMU. Watch, this is all the basic info you gotta know. How flags work, how the rules work, how pit stops work, how tire strategy, fuel strategies work. Just the basic fundamentals of the game, like a quick start video guide, like a 2-minute, 5-minute video explaining all the fundamentals of the game and the basic rules of multi-class racing. Just give us an elaboration and then tell them, okay, this is the rules that the game works upon. If you don't do this, you're an idiot. Right? This is what we're going to be scrutinizing you against. These are the baselines. These are the ethics. These are the sort of the both the written and the unwritten rules that you have to follow to make sure the racing is hard, clean, and fair, and to preserve sportsmanship across all levels. That's what you got to do. There isn't that in LMU, which is sad. Even in Top Split, really sad. Anyway, back to driving. Now, this being like an esports setup, it is very twitchy. I'm just noticing that the ABS is at 1. ABS 1. So I am borderline locking up my brakes, but I think the intention is not to trail brake for too long, but actually get off the brakes quickly, get on the throttle sooner, use a bit of coasting. The coast diff does seem to induce a bit of understeer, so I need to get off the brakes quickly. The car feels light, and I love that. It feels so light. It's light and agile. It points where I want it to point. It points where I want it to go. Now, according to a friend of the channel, the Ferrari is a car that uses a lot of traction control. 5 to 6. So that is accurate, what he said. The setup by default uses TC of 5. Pressures are getting in the nice range. I have my reservations against the ABS one, but I'm trying to see the point with it. I'm trying to see. The rotation is powerful if we get the brakes right. It's very, very powerful. Now, Rob, that is a very kind offer, but I think, according to the iRacing terms of service, that is illegal. I am carrying way too much. I had another shower thought. About iRacing's business model and how they could maybe make it work better for them and it be a better value for us. Especially since that there's rumors of there possibly being a career mode coming out in iRacing soon. But remind me to share my iRacing idea. Let me kind of lock into this first. I don't want to be yapping too much. Immediately, I feel like this car has so much potential. I don't think I'm doing a good enough job at driving it up to the potential. But it is showing me what it can do. It is very, very capable. I'm starting to see the point with the ABS1 now. This is one of the few cars that actually uses a very front-heavy brake bias. It's 58% to the front. Very, very forward bias, close to 60% that. The TC keeps it very, very planted. It's an incredibly steady car, this. It's solid. Rock solid, no drama. You point it somewhere, it goes. That's it. It's simple as that. .55.6. Incredibly potent, this. Incredibly potent. incredibly potent car, this. The one thing I want to point out though, now the Mustang was faster, still. But one important thing I got to point out is that I'm driving calm. I'm driving really calm. I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried that the car's gonna spit me out. I'm calm, I'm collected, I can think, I can speak, I can understand what the car's doing. My body's not tensed up, I'm not sweating, my legs are fine. Which usually would be a cause for concern because I did a mega workout today. My legs are jelly, but I'm not stressing. I'm not stressing. Early on the gas, there we go. Loads of grip through the corner exits. And it's easy to be precise with it too. That's just the Ferrari-ness of it. I'm pointing it somewhere and it just goes there. I point it somewhere, it goes. It just goes. That was so close. That was almost a 44. I messed up the final corner. 55 flat, that. 55 flat. And I'm only like 5 laps in. That is insane. So the best setup that I've got on this car is as fast as the Mustang on default aggressive. Is the default aggressive on the Mustang just that good? Is the setup just that good? So now I feel like if I know esports guys are doing 53s, right? 53 mid, 53 lows. I'm 1.5 seconds off, which I understand. I probably can squeeze maybe half a second because Nürburgring isn't my best track. I know I'm messing up sector 1 quite a bit. But man, knowing that, you see, you have a good setup, the car feels great. Car feels absolutely fantastic. I do want to slap on the default aggressive and see just how big of a difference it is. Then we can really properly see. But I'm going to do a few more laps. Try to keep it clean. See what we can do. 55 flat, man. Beautiful time there. Like I said, I'm not driving stressed like the Mustang. It's like I trust the car fully. I'm sure it's gonna listen to me, you know. I know if I point it somewhere, it's gonna go there. Here we go. 54.9, my first ever 54. Bit too much curb, a bit too early on the turn in. It hugs the camber so well and it just stays there. Such a well-balanced car. Trying to push Schumacher as a bit too hard. All I can say, right? The car has a higher grip potential on the limit. What I mean by that is it reaches the maximum working limit on the front tires a lot later. So it takes a while for it to reach its limit. And it has a higher limit ceiling. Yeah, that's what I really mean. Whereas I think what the biggest problem with other cars is they reach their limit at a lower minimum speed, whereas this car's minimum speed is a lot higher because it's got so much more grip potential. That's what sets this car apart. I just know I'm not pushing the final corner enough. It's got so much potential. So much potential. Ferrari's F1 is worst. Seems to be changing this year though. Did y'all see Ferrari's new rotisserie wing? Thought that was pretty cool. Technology! No one's ever thought of it. Rotisserie wing. So planted. Bit of a slide there on the entry, not great. Bit of a scrub there. I think the big reason why I believe this car's much less stressful to drive compared to the Mustang is because the car wants to rotate by itself, by its own mid-engine nature. So I am not forcing anything else on it. The only thing I'm trying to force is a bit of exit rotation. But when it already turns so readily, there's nothing else I need to do. I just need to guide it. Whereas the Mustang, I did have to some extent, make it want to rotate using the brakes. And that was the major point of stress for me. Making sure it didn't go into understeer and I stayed within that optimal oversteer range. But it is a very, very, very capable car. I'm going to do one final lap just to kind of seal the deal. Yeah, this car likes getting on the throttle early because it can carry that rotation through the corner. Ooh. The car is wonderfully potent. That was, I believe, one of the best things I've ever done. That was consistent 55 lows, and we did 154. And our optimal seems to be a 54.8, which is about a tenth quicker. Incredible. The fact that we could do 54, but more important than that, we were doing 55 lows. Once I locked in, 55 lows across the board, 55 mid on a bad lap. Within half a second, this kind of consistency on race pace is incredible. The car feels wonderful. Which begs the question. I'm going to slap on the aggressive preset now. Right, that's all we're going to do. Brake bias, same as just now, 58.6. We're not going to touch anything. TC2 off, ABS at 2, and TC at 5. And that's it. Do I want to increase the caster? No. No. Okay, so 54.9 is the time to beat. Let's see what this boy can do. Where you don't have to worry about setups. So on its own, what's the car like? Already, the biggest difference, like I said, the grip potential is reaching the limit a lot quicker. So the grip potential is a lot less. So because it's reaching the limit a lot slower, I can't turn as hard. I can't carry as much minimum speed. But just on the effects that I can feel itself, I can already tell I'm turning in less, which means that it's probably either the steering ratio. Maybe the steering ratio was different in the setup that I use, which made me think that I'm turning more. The default aggressive does feel a bit looser on the tail. Oh, I grasped it. Careful there. Default aggressives on any car has a lot of trouble with the Nürburgring's final corner. There's always that little bump on the exit curb that pushes it off. Instantly feel the understeer. It's got a bit more of an open diff at the deceleration post. So it wants to rotate more. Yeah. Even on throttle, I think the diff is a bit open. This corner is one smooth swish. Can't be too jittery on there. It's one smooth swish. .55.5 on a default aggressive setup on my second ever lap. At this point, it's half a second behind the setup. So I think now it's not the setup that's the issue, it's me that's the issue. I think I've reached like a skill ceiling of my understanding of the Nürburgring. Maybe I'm taking some wrong lines, I'm braking in the wrong spot, I'm trail braking the wrong way, I'm not getting the right rotation. Because I'm half a second off my best with a so-called esports setup. The difference, I do feel the difference. It is more understeery when you mess up. There's a bigger margin for error. It's a bit looser on the rear, both under deceleration and acceleration. But I feel like the potential is identical, if not just slightly less than the eSport one. The eSport one maybe can carry a bit more minimum speed because it's got the optimized suspension to load more weight and hence more grip onto the outer tires when you're cornering. This one maybe doesn't. It's a bit more balanced and it's, well, like the name suggests, aggressive. But the fact that I think in terms of default, this puts it in number 2. This is the number 2 fastest car on default aggressive at the Nürburgring. Number 1, of course, is the Mustang, 55 flat. Number 2 is this 55.5. Number 3 is the Porsche and the Huracan, tied at number 3, 55.6, respectively. The Mercedes is at 55.7 or 55.8, I can't remember. I don't even know if I done a 55 with the Mercedes. I don't remember. I don't know. Yeah, Huracan also did 55.6. But this car, just the fact that it's fast right off the bat is insane. No caster tuning, by the way. It's just on its own. The only things I tuned were the electronics. But it works. The electronics and the brake bias. That's all I did. When I mess up the brakes, I can feel the understeer instantly telling me, hey, you've done it wrong. Next time, don't brake that hard. It wants to rotate. It wants to rotate. Even more so than the esports setup, I'd say, because of how loose it is. Yeah, that traction control setting is damn near perfect, I'll say. I'm losing a full 10th or more to the Schumachers. I did a giga spin on the exit of the chicane, and I still went the 10th faster than the previous lap. This car might actually be better than the Mustang, minus the stress. Oh dear God, I did not expect this car to be this good. I knew it would be a handful, but honestly, no. I like this car. This car suits me just fine. I am more of a FR driver, but I am trying to adapt to the mid-engine ness of it, like by releasing the trail braking quickly. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Is my iRacing Ferrari experience paying off? This is my redemption. Remember, we did the Bathurst 12-hour on iRacing last year with the Ferrari. It was a fully wet race as well, and I was getting like fastest lap after fastest lap in the wet with that Ferrari. It's just redemption, okay? And I have, by the way, I have my phone Delta thing here. Yeah, I got Daniel Newman dashboard on my old phone. It says the optimal was a 54.8, which is a tenth faster than what we did on the setup. That alone, the thought of that alone is kind of blowing my mind, that I can go faster than the so-called setup on the default aggressive. That's wild. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Bit slower the entry. There's no way. 55. Ooh. That is almost as quick as the Mustang. Almost as quick as the setup. I can't believe just how responsive it still is on the default aggressive. Now, this car has properly surprised me here. It has genuinely surprised me. A tenth quicker in Sector 3. Actually, no, identical Sector 3. Couple tenths off in Sector 2. Couple tenths off in Sector 1. Ooh. This car. Oh, dear God. This car. This car. It's... If you look at the top and the bottom, this is with setup. And then this is without setup. It's comparable. 5.6, 5.4, 5.0, 4.9, 5.3, 5.1, 5.1, 5.5, 5.4, 5.6, 5.4, 5.2. It's comparable. It's the same. It's within half a second for the most part. We are 6/10 for 1 or 2 laps, but it's oh my God, it's good. Oh dear God. Yeesh. Yikes, it's good. I did not expect it to be this good. Holy moly. It's a Ferrari. It's a Ferrari that for once is not a shitbox. Pardon my language, kids. It is not made of turds. It's so good. Look, we're a couple of tenths behind the Mustang in this. I feel like, here's the thing. The tracks are Silverstone, Red Bull Ring, Watkins Glen, Nürburgring. I think the Ferrari definitely has an upper hand on the Nürburgring and Red Bull Ring. Both of the rings, anywhere that has a ring on it, the Ferrari has an upper hand. Watkins and Silverstone, I would suspect the Mustang might have an upper hand because there are more high-speed corners through there, and there are straights where the Mustang will dominate. Right? So that begs the question. So do you want a straight line speed demon monster? Those cars will dominate at the Glen and at the Stone, whereas more agile cars like Porsche, Ferrari, McLaren, these cars, Huracan, these cars will dominate on the technical circuits, which is the Nürburgring and Red Bull Ring. The ringed circuits. Interesting. So I think we just have to pick and choose which is the best of both worlds. What car can do both good enough? Honestly, top picks right now. Porsche, I love you, but I'm sorry, you just got kicked down to third. The Ferrari comes in at a very, very close second. But I'm personally, hang on. Let's not be brash. Let's not be brash about anything. I'm not going to call it. Mustang is still on top because we tested the Mustang on every track. Remember, we did not test the Ferrari. We've only tested the Ferrari here at the Nürburgring so far. Okay. However, since I have a setup, I do want to test with the setup, and I want to see what's the fastest I can possibly do. Eight. Seven. That's it. Okay. Only the tire pressure. Nothing else. We ain't changing nothing else. That's all we're doing. I gotta get used to having the Daniel Newman dashboard too. It is pretty good. I just don't like it on my iPhone because I can't properly full screen it. There's still like a Chrome tab on the top of it, which looks ugly. I think now I actually want to try to fine-tune my racing line. I am using just like precursor knowledge to figure out what racing lines are good. And I'm doing a decent enough job, but I know I have maybe a full second more. I've got a full second more in me, so I can probably do a low 54, possibly even a 53. Like, I'm listening to the tires. Do have a bit of understeer. Touch the brakes on the entry of the Schumacher S might help. On wide there. Hey, what am I doing? Okay, I can push the final corner more. I'm under the limit to the final corner. Okay, I'll check it out now, Rob. Thank you for that. No, really, this is what I'm loving about this car. It's easy to drive. I wouldn't say easy. It's hard to push to the limit, sure, just like any other car, but it's not as stressful because it's... easy is the wrong word. Predictable. Predictable. I can anticipate what it's gonna do and react accordingly. Ooh. Pressures are actually good. Why don't we try another track? It's actually so good. This car verified faster than the Mustang. Officially faster than the Mustang. How will it handle the Benz of the Glen, though? Let's find out. So far, Mustang holds the record, 44-7. Esports guys are doing like this, 43-2, low 43s basically. I don't know if anyone's doing 42s, 41s. I know on iRacing, people do 41, but ACC, I think 43 low, possibly 42 high. I don't know, 43 low, I think. So we're close. And this is default, right? So it's going to be a decent comparison. Decent as far as the setup goes. Aggressive, 21 degrees. 8 clicks. 8. 7. 7. Brake bias. It's already very rearward here. So I'll keep it at that. Don't change anything else. That's the same. That's the same. Off. ABS 2. TC 5. There we go. What do we got? Is there anything happening on YouTube? I don't know. I have a chat. I have the YouTube chat open. Hello, YouTube. If you're watching, say something so I know you're there. I think I'm looking at the chat. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a blank. It's just blank. So I think it's not working, but I don't know if there's no one there. Also, I just looked at my Discord. Thank you, Nara. In case you already know already, do check out the announcements channel. I do have a thingamajig going on. I finally made live our sound effect contests. So go in, go wild, go crazy. Send in your sound effects and go crazy. What is that thing? Is it like some kind of phone holder? Oh, it is. Where do you get a phone holder like that? Okay, I have something similar. Let me hang on. Let me show you. But mine is not. That looks like it's permanently taped on there. I don't want to permanently tape it. I got this thing here. It's just like a little metal stand that I stole from my sister. I have a plastic version. The plastic version is the one I use for the 24 hours of Daytona. I just put a little glue on it, and then I just like stuck it in there. Then that's what I did. Oh no, what happened? That's what I did. So now it's just sitting there, so it's not taped or glued to anything. One of my shorts got 1K views. Really? Which one? It's been so long since I used it. A suction cup. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's a good backup plan to use a phone because the DNR dashboard is the only thing I use. That only thing that's useful because, like, especially LMU, I can't see any details because often my POV in the car, my FOV in the car is higher than the wheel. Like for hypercars, especially hypercars and LMP2s, I can't see the info on the wheel. So having the DNR dashboard helps a ton. It has everything. Temperature, time, the assist settings, everything's in there. It's super cool. Even the free version, I think it's decent. The FPS doesn't update as frequently, which is not great, but it's fine. For what it is, I think it's great. Who said cars can't? Oh, that double 360 up through Radeon. I remember that. I remember. man. I have so much content that I just haven't posted because I don't want to give an excuse. I don't want to give an excuse. I do not want to give an excuse. So I won't. Let's go. Oh, I gotta start the engine first and then I gotta ignite the engine. Then we go. All right, Ferrari, show me what you got. Are you, in fact, quicker than the Mustang? Let's see what you got. A touch of on throttle understeer. Not great considering that these are long corners we're talking about here. Unlike the Mustang, it does not understeer going up there. It turns first. Turn first, business later. Pressures are looking good already. Too much speed through there. Yeah, there's definitely some on-throttle understeer. Is resisting the rotation. Could have apexed it a bit more, could have throttled a bit sooner because we did not use all the track on the exit there. But we'll need a few more laps to definitively say. A few more attempts on the curb, see how it handles it. But even by default, it handles the curbs pretty well for the first time I went around. It is stiff. Laid on the throttle, did it keep it tight enough? It rotates very, very readily on the brakes. But I can't get too greedy and brake too late. It's all about slow and fast out here at Watkins. Long corners like this. There's always going to be a bit of a slide there, but a lower gear is always better. Oh, slightly. Pretty good. Not quite on the limit of turn 1, but we got the line right. I was artificially pushing the car to the track limit. It wasn't on the limit. It was on the limit during the compression, but then it opened up a little bit. So a little bit early on the throttle. The rotation was good. Turn-in was good. Braking was good. Oh dear. Hooked it a bit too much there. A bit too late on the throttle still. No understeer. Oh. Yikes. Oops. No understeer under braking, but understeer when you get on the throttle. So I think the fronts are lifting a bit too quickly, so I got to maybe stiffen the front rebound. And stiffen the rear bump. Hold it tight, hold it tight, there you go. It is kind of sliding upwards going up the hill, so gotta come off the brakes. Let gravity do its thing. Oh, I can push it so much more. Alright, let's see what we can do. That was the natural line, but I still think I got on the gas a bit late because I didn't apex it fully. But a couple of feet more to the apex, I think. Still a bit of speed left on the table down the straight here. We're at 52. We'll probably be 2 kilometers an hour faster. Yeah, definitely can't go too hard through the chicane. It's not a car issue, it's a braking issue. If you don't brake to the maximum pressure and then turn in at the same time, too much weight will still be on the front tires and you just can't turn in. Too much speed, didn't trade it off smoothly. One wide. Understeer. Pretty big scrub through there. Missed the apex still, but still potent. Let's get a cleaner chicane. I think we're looking at a 44. Four tenths there, but I ran a bit too wide. Yep, that would have been a 44. Just from the chicane alone. Easy there. It understeers so much off throttle, but I think for a reason, to keep it stable through the high-speed corners. And I keep missing the apex of turn 1. A bit too late on the turn-in, losing that momentum, losing some minimum speed as well. Already a tenth slower down the straight. For a mid-engine car, it is trading punches with the Ford Mustang. Ooh, that was very wobbly. Very wobbly that. But not gonna lie, it is actually trading punches with the Mustang. I can do 44. I can do a 44. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again. I think it can. Hi Steve, what's up? What's up, my guy? We are trying out Ferrari today. Today is Ferrari. guess what? The default is faster than the Mustang. On the Nürburgring at least. Here at Watkins, it's getting close. Here at the Glen, it's getting very, very close to beating the Mustang's record. And here's the funny thing. I had like a proper eSport setup, a proper eSport race setup, and I had the default. I did the exact same time in both. Exact same time. Easy now, easy now. Easy. A lot of feedback for sure. It's the first mid-engine car we've properly tested here. We've been testing mostly front engines so far, and the Porsche's Porsche. This is the first mid-engine car, and I am pleasantly surprised. It's got so much potential. Now I think it's a matter of my own skill on knowing how to extract that best performance out of the car. I think it's not as big of a setup issue now, because I know every car is equally potent, given I can drive it to its potential. I think given the circumstances, the potential of the car is going to be pretty similar to each other. That much you can say. But it's a wonderful car. And one crucial thing, one crucial difference compared to the Mustang is I'm not stressing out as much. I'm not stressing out. I'm breathing fine. My arms and legs are not tensed up. I'm not trying to anticipate oversteer every time I turn the wheel. I'm not trying to fight it so much. The Mustang was fast when I did that, but now I'm kind of driving calm. I'm trying to find the limit as well. But it does it so effortlessly compared to the Mustang. That's what I admire the most about it. A lot of weight lodged up in there still. Turn in. Firm, strong, come on. Oh, that power slide through there. On the limit, but slightly over the limit, so we weren't able to carry that momentum. I'm gonna scrub it off a little bit. Toy. Tight, very tight. Lost 2/10. Ugh. Oh, went off there. Identical lap time. Car's insane. I still messed up turn 1 again. I think I'm braking too hard now. We gotta settle into that compression right next to the apex curb. Squat it in. Pressures are looking good. A bit high on the left side. Right side looks fine. Right side is within the optimal range. Easy. Ooh, that differential is pretty open. Now I didn't curb it enough. I overslowed it. Because I was worried I wouldn't hit the curb. Lost the 10th. But the potential, man, with the setup, I reckon I can go a full second quicker. Ooh. There you go. First curb moment. But that's a lot to think about. That is still, even though that wasn't an ideal lap, 45.3, 45.6, 45.4, very close still. Very close to each other. Half a second within each other of all the good laps. It's still faster than, not the Mustang, but everything else. It's still faster than everything else. Which still blows my mind. That it does that. Crazy. Now, I would expect it to be very, very good here. Let's find out. Let's find out just how good. I have high hopes for you here, Ferrari. There's going to be one track that you're going to be really good on. It's going to be this one. 8. 8. 7. 7. 58 point. I'm going to lower it even more. 58.4. Nothing to 5. There you go. Honestly, if you want to know what I think, from what I've discovered so far, the electronic assists alone make a huge difference. The electronic assists, namely the TC1, TC2, if the car has a TC2, the ABS, and the brake bias, just those 4 settings alone make such a huge difference on how fast the car can go. Setup is secondary. Like the fact that I can take a default setup and be still heckin' competitive with it, and do some of the fastest laps I've ever done on the game on a car that I've never driven before, says a lot, right? And I think the skill issue part, I think the part that is hard to find out is knowing what pairing of assists works for each car, because every car is different. Because like the Mustang, remember we had like the Mustang was reliant on TC2 rather than TC1. Low TC1, maximum TC2, but that worked with the Mustang, stuff like that. And some cars don't have TC2. Yep, exactly. Like the AMG. AMG doesn't have TC2. The GTR doesn't have TC2, right? It's just something to think about. Setup isn't everything. Setup fine tunes it. Setups can get you up to maybe half a second to a full second more. But in terms of letting you drive on the limit, that's the electronics assist. That's the electronics there. Besides the setup giving you rotation, brake bias is your number one thing. Brake bias is the number one thing. The ABS strength is your number one thing. The traction control impeding you when you get on the exit, when you get on the throttle, how much is that hindering you? If you get those values right, you can comfortably be on the limit of the car at all times. That's what blows my mind about this. It's less of the setup, it's more of the electronic. Setup is important, of course, for overall consistency. Setups are supposed to help you. Yeah, exactly. That is very true. That is, I would say, the exact same thing as well. The setups are just to accommodate the car to its potential, to its best possible potential, with respect to each different track. So Red Bull Ring is a low speed to medium speed track. So you need something that works well for this combination. Watkins is a medium to high speed track. Silverstone is a medium to high speed track. Nürburgring is a low speed to medium speed track. So you got different natures of tracks, different severity of corners. Some curbs, some tracks you got to abuse the curb. Some tracks there are flat curbs like this. You don't have to abuse any curb. So how do you make the car fast, consistent, and comfortable across all the different tracks? That is what the setup does. When it comes to driving on the limit, or should I say, allowing you to drive on the limit, that's mostly on part of the electronics. The electronics is what allows you to really push the car. Man, I can't believe I'm saying this. It rotates almost as well as the Porsche. With the right brake bias setting, it rotates almost as good as the Porsche. Like, I'm astonished at how much rotation it's got. It's 100% unmistakably a Ferrari. There's not a moment where the car hasn't listened to me. I want the car to do something. I want the car pointed in a certain direction. It just goes there. To the point where I can definitely feel like I'm not driving it to its fullest potential. I'm not driving it as fast as I can because I'm just slightly under the limit. Because the car turns so readily, it's got so much more grip potential in the corners. Oh, on the edge. $29.5 on my first try. Nah, you're kidding. $29.5 on my first try. That's already faster than everything else, and that puts it 1 second behind the Mustang. Can it beat the Mustang? I feel like it can. Again, we're not on the limit yet. We're not even close. I'm not feeling the tires on the limit. I'm not hearing the tires scrub. We're not on the limit. We're so far from it. The listening and doing what you're asking, it means it trusts you, but doesn't want you to give it its all. Hello, JB. Coming in with the cryptic message. Hang on, I don't have the brain power to process what you just said while I'm driving here. Alexa, could you simplify that? Chat GPT, simplify that sentence. There we go. Got to curb this one even more. Yellow line, punch it. It's like a more rounded off Porsche. Bit of understeer there. Down a gear, don't hold third gear. Okay, I think I understand what you mean now. But it's not about the car not giving it its all. The car can only give its all if I drive it that way. I need to be able to drive it on the limit. It's ready, it's got it. I just need to make it happen. I just gotta make it happen. It can. Shall I go for a clean lap here? Ooh, bit of a whoopsie daisy there. Incredibly potent, this car. Can be a bit more harsh, forthcoming on the throttle there. Use the rotation, use the rotation. $29,100. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, you've got potential, don't you? You need to drive on the limit if you're consistent. Exactly. I'm consistent. I'm consistently within the pace. That's what's stunning. I'm consistently on the pace. It turns so well. Make the most out of that compression. Squeeze. Down a gear. Maybe stay in third gear, but I think there's a better way to get it rotated. Oh, I can push those final two corners a lot more. I'm not even close. Not even close. Oh, it listens to me so well. It just wants to go quicker. Only one thing wrong with the car. What, the driver? Bit of understeer there. Held the brakes for a bit too long. So the Mustang is only half a second quicker than this. Very good exit, very good exit. There you go, there you go. Oh, we were on the limit, we went over just a little bit. Nearly identical lap time. I should rather a Porsche. Me too, buddy. Me too. I too. I'm a bit of a Porsche head. I just like it sounds, it looks slick, it turns. It just does everything except go fast in a straight line. The Mustang will whoop its ass. Come on now, clean. I don't want to do that shuffle. If I didn't do that shuffle, we would have been a tenth quicker. There we go. Come on, come on. You got it. Also, my pressures are low. By a full pound per square inch. That explains the reluctance. The mild hint of understeer, that explains that. Hang on, let me actually see what I can do to fix those pressures in the back. 5. 5. 5. 5. Okay. Just half a PSI more on every tire. Not the prancing horse fan, I see. No, man. Since I got a wheel and I drove the Ferraris on Gran Turismo as God intended, I understood. I understood why Ferraris were such a big deal. Their road cars, most of their sports cars feel incredible. We don't talk about the F1. We don't talk about that. There we go. Curb it. Curb the banana. Ride the banana. Banana split. I like to call the inside curb the banana and the outside the long boy. That's a banana split. It's almost, dare I say, enjoyable. Like, I'm having fun just driving this. Because it's forgiving. Forgiving. Yeah, because the fact that I'm not using all the track naturally indicates that I'm not on the limit there. Pressure's looking good. Take another lap to warm them up. Just bad. But even that first out lap was only 3/10 down. If I get a Ferrari for free, I'll gladly take it, man. I'll gladly take it. Up the hill, squeeze it. Let gravity do the work for you. There's that sweet spot with the bite point of the throttle where it stays on the slip angle and you can keep rotating. Too little you understeer, too much you oversteer. Still not powerful enough. Owned by Fiat, that's a burn. But that's just Ferrari's business model, isn't it? Fiat is a consumer car company. Ferrari is, on one hand, consumer cars, but they really are a racing company above all else. Their whole business model is so that they can race in F1, in WEC, in GT, in IMSA. Well, at least Ferrari hasn't ditched their successful racing program and gone to Formula E. Porsche. Porsche, I love ya. But whichever Herr Dummkopf is running the factory, I swear to God, y'all are out of your mind for pulling the Porsche 963 hypercar out of WEC. Y'all are whack for pulling the best car in WEC out of WEC. You're crazy for that, and I won't forgive you for it. Rest in peace, Porsche 963. Rest in peace. Heck in good turn one, not a good exit. Come on, you've got it in you, I know it. F1 this year, Formula E on steroids. Yeah, I saw a clip of it on the Instagram. Oh, too late. How the pressure's looking good. Still on the lower side, but higher than before. Tire pressures right where I want them. They are loading up when I'm going through the corner and then they cool back down. Exactly what you want to see. Not as good as before, still decent, consistent. understeer. Terrible line through there. Big old scrubby scrub there. Okay, let's do one more lap. Then head on over to Silverstone. Oh, there we go. A bit of that shuffle in the mid corner as well. Cut off some speed. How are we doing? Tires look good. Another shuffle again. Lost some time. Lost about 2/10. One in turn 1, one in turn 2 because of that mid-corner shuffle. Almost a scrub, but we saved it because thanks to the compression. A little bit of understeer there. Didn't get the right exit through here. Lost another 10th. Lost another 10th there. Exact same lap time. Big scrub there. Wheel rotation was fine, but bit of a scrub, so drop the minimum speed. Come on, 21, 29 flat, 28. Oh boy, we're a 10th down. Did not have to go down a whole gear. Big wall up there. Yeah, lost maybe a 10th or 2 there, that big slide. And always the exact same lap time again. Again? That was a decent entry. Bit of a scrub on the exit, so we're losing some time. But we did carry a bit more minimum speed. So we are a little bit faster going up the hill. Almost too wide. Almost a slide there. up on minimum speed there, missed the line. Slightly faster, but exactly the same. Oh, too soon. That was insane. 29 flats consistently. 29, oh, 29.2, 29.1, 29, okay, forget about that. 29.8, those are sloppy lap. 29.3, 29.4, 29.3, 29.1. That's incredible. Fastest lap is a 10th down, 2/10ths down, so 28.8. Still, the closest thing to the Mustang, it's got potential, but I think this is harder to get it to the potential because it's easy to mess up those medium speed corners, but still, it's still a full second quicker than everything else. I think even the Porsche, but 8/10ths quicker than the Porsche. Very quick. Very, very quick. Right, last but not least, Silverstone. Can we do a 58 with the Ferrari? Let's find out. So far, I think every car I've managed to do a 59. 59 flat, 59 low, 59 mid. Even with the Mustang, I think it was a 59 flat, the Mustang as well. Nothing I could do with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing as well. 58.6. Turn off. ABS down to 2. TC up to 5. Same thing. I'm using the same formula. I may need to tweak the electronics a little bit to accommodate for the faster corners. We'll see. We'll see how the car heats up and cools down as we drive along. Gosh, I have to say, this car feels the nicest too. Nimble and agile. It's not trying to fight my arms. It just does what I want it to do. And sometimes it's almost encouraging me, like, hey, I can go faster, you know. You just gotta ask me, you know, just. Let me heat up those brakes real quick. Ooh. If I can get good at this Silverstone, I hope it will transfer over to LMU. That's my goal. I want to be good at Silverstone here so that I hope I'll be good at Silverstone in LMU. That's where it really matters. The stakes are higher there. We haven't had a Silverstone special event yet, haven't we? So when they eventually do, I'll be ready. Beautiful thing, come on. Now let's go for one proper lap. Let's try not to bin it. Wasn't quite on the limit. I still haven't figured out how to take cops. Too soon. A little too soon, perhaps. She holds. I think the electronic assists are just right. Just right. Even in first gear, feels controlled. Feels nice and responsive. Induced a bit of understeer on that exit of the penultimate corner. That long left. A 2 flat on my first try, alright. Good start. But we have places to be. Invalid already. This car definitely feels like it struggles a bit with Silverstone. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong. Half a second just coming out of sector 1. Skill issue. Very late turn in. Bad, lost a lot of speed. Just about how to carry the speed through the high speed corners. Again, it's got so much rotation. I'm just constantly driving it just slightly under the limit. Slightly under the limit. .9.6 right there. Still feels like I'm overslowing. Oh, missed the apex. Going wide. Very wide. And we'll keep that rotation on the limit. trend is I'm losing a lot of time in the high-speed sector, which is basically cups and maggots and brackets. That's where I'm losing the most amount of time. Ooh, went over the limit a bit there, losing a bit of time. Try to carry a bit more speed, braking a bit less, braking a bit softer. Oh, there we go. It's about just being patient through the first two corners through maggots and brackets, and then powerful on the last one, 4/10 up. Decent. That was nearly a 58. Oh, this car's good. It's trading punches with the Mustang. It's trading punches with the Mustang. It's going head to head with the Mustang, this. That was a mega sector one there. 3/10 just in the first sector. A bit sloppy on the final turn. Oh, big time loss there. Oh, you wonderful machine. So much potential. She turns. She turns. Brave, 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 brave through there. Brave through all the corners before a long straight. Brave. There's no way. There's no flippin' way. 58.8. And that actually might be the fastest I've ever gone on Silverstone, even with the McLaren. Well, I was 3/10 slower through maggots and brackets. Woo! I can't wait too, Ice-T. I can't wait. Time to let your experience shine. is just so capable. And this is default. I can definitely do 57 or 56 with the setup. But I have to learn the track too. I need to properly learn Silverstone as well. I still haven't learned Silverstone that well. Heave, come on. Exact same lap time. Squeeze. Ooh, he was doing well. He was doing well through maggots and brackets till I messed up the final one. Keep it easy on the limit there, steady. Can't risk losing too much time, shifting the momentum through there. Oh, don't curb it. Curbed it. Ooh, bit of a slip there. One more time through maggots and brackets, and then I'm going to call it. It's all about that flow. If I get the first one wrong, I get everything wrong. Yeah, I get the first one wrong, I get everything wrong. There, boom. 4/10, gone. 4/10 will snowball into 5/10, 6/10. But still, that is the fastest car I've ever driven on Silverstone. Optimal fastest could have been, let's see, 3/10. 58.5. Optimal on the default aggressive could have been a 58.5. And Cassidy said that doing a 59 itself is hard enough, even with the setup. That puts me, I think, safely 2 seconds behind eSport Aliens, but that's just my Silverstone knowledge. I think if I know Silverstone better, I can definitely do 57s, 56 even. Like I said, there's so much time I'm losing in just the first sector alone. But my god, this is going toe-to-toe with the Mustang, man. I'm conflicted now. I'm genuinely conflicted. Right? We are still gonna do a bit of testing. Just for the sake of sanity, we are gonna do a bit more testing. But not even the BMW holds up, man. Not even the BMW holds up. I do have to revisit the Porsche. I do have to revisit the Porsche with a setup, of course. I do have a Porsche setup. I'm going to revisit it just to see what it's like at its peak. Can it keep up with the Mustang? Can it keep up with the Ferrari? But right now, without a doubt, Ferrari is hands down the best car we've driven. 54.9 for the Ferrari, 55 flat with the Mustang, 55.5 with the AMG, 55.8 with the Porsche, 55.3 with the BMW, 55.6 with the Lambo. So all these are on the default, except the Ferrari. We could have done this 55.2 with fixed default, 54.9 with a professional setup. So all of these I can still probably squeeze maybe half a second more. But around the Nürburgring, they're all kind of even. Around the Nürburgring, they're all pretty even, but it does seem to favor the Porsche and the Ferrari a bit more. Mustang, I think, is an outlier because it's just meta. But on tracks like Silverstone, you see a bit more of a difference. Yeah, the Mustang did a 2 flat. Porsche did a 59.4. Ferrari did a 58.8. I am 1/10 behind the best ever lap that I've done on Silverstone, which was in a McLaren 2 years ago with an esports setup. So with a proper setup with the Ferrari, I think we can easily do a 57. Have I not driven any other car here on Silverstone? Yeah, yikes. What other track are we doing again? Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull. Where's the ring? What about Watkins? 45.5 with the Porsche, 45.9 with the McLaren, 44.7 with the AMG, 44.7 with the Mustang as well. So yeah, AMG and Mustang are doing an excellent job there. But the AMG was with a setup. AMG was 44.7 with a setup. Mustang was 44.7 without a setup. That's the differentiator here. And Ferrari, we were a full second slower. Well, about 8/10 slower. But that's because I wasn't pushing to my best. Porsche as well, about a second slower. I do need to revisit with the Porsche. I feel like, because the Porsche was the first car we tried when we first started this whole series. So I think I'm leaving a lot of pace on the table. I'm not driving the Porsche as best as I possibly can. 30 flat with the McLaren, 30.3, 30.1 with the Nissan, 30.5 with the Porsche, 30 flat with the Ferrari. I don't know why my Mustang AMG laps are not here. That's strange. But I know the Mustang did a 28 and the AMG did a 29 mid. So they are faster. The Ferrari can be faster as well. In fact, it did. We did a 29 flat with the Ferrari, didn't we? We did. Yeah, we did do a 29 flat with the Ferrari. I don't know why it doesn't count here. Yeah, we did do a 29 flat with the Ferrari. And I think I did a 29.8 with the Porsche as well. But whatever it is, all the other cars are looking real appetizing right now. And I think it's going to be Mustang or Ferrari, man. Mustang or Ferrari. Do I want the raw speed outright? Or do I just want the overall maneuverability and a little bit of safety, man? So I don't... If I mess up in a Ferrari, I get a bit of oversteer, I can catch it easily. If I mess up the Mustang, I'm going to understeer. And I'm going to lose so much time. So which one has a smaller margin of error? I would say it's the Ferrari. And it has so much potential. It's overall, I would say, a little bit slower than the Mustang. But I'm willing to take that gamble. So far, Ferrari is my top pick. Ferrari is my pick. I do want to revisit the Porsche though. I'm confident I can push the Porsche even better. Or maybe I just wasn't pushing hard enough. I can definitely do better with the Porsche. So I guess after this, what are we going to check? Let me see. Let me see what car setups do I have. I have a BMW setup. I have a Porsche setup. I have a Ferrari setup. I have a Mercedes setup. And I have a Mustang setup. So yeah, I am going to revisit the Porsche. Shall we actually properly visit the BMW, or shall we stick with mid-engine and try the Lambo instead? I'm keen to give the Lambo a try. Shall we stick with the Lambo? Shall we give the Lumbergumber, the Lumbergene machine, like a proper try? Shall we give that a go? I like this car. It's shiny. Whee! We could give it a go. We could give this a go. I think it's possible. I think it is very possible. Should work just fine. Don't you think? Either way, I'm very, very happy with it. Before we call it a night, shall we have some fun? Shall we have some fun? Let's use the Ferrari. Let's do a random quick join. Monza, sure. Let's do it. We're in qualifying. Aggressive preset. 22 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Caster up. Fuel down. Anti-roll bar. Yikes. Down. Brake down. Rear wing, leave it at that. Off. It's fine. Up, down. More camber. The bigger the camber, the better the camber. Know what they say. What else? We're gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it. I'm vibe tuning again. I'm vibe tuning again. We're vibe tuning. There we go. Let's go. Let's give this race a go. Hopefully we don't get murdered. Got an Aston Martin here, just parked on the side. Hello, sir. You good? Show 'em what you got, big boy. Oh, the turn-in. The turn-in is fantastic. It's not hesitant like the Mustang. Is Ferrari just good? Is it just good? Bit of rolling resistance there. Easy. Whoop. Easy, easy. Get the pressure up. Pressures are looking good. It's agile where it needs to be, and it's fast where it needs to be as well. $150 might be a bit too much. Pull back a little bit. Oh, had to slow down for that guy there. Poor chum. Pressures are looking excellent. Exactly in the window. The right side is a bit cold. Bit of a scrub. Keep it under control. $49.5. Not bad at all, but we're still a couple seconds off. That could have been half a second there. It wasn't clean. Trying to compensate for the Lambo. Oh, yeah. Scrubbed off a little bit more than I can chew there. This is looking very good. Keep it steady through final corner. On a little wide, it's okay. Carry the speed so we can do the next lap a little better. Pressures are perfect. Absolutely perfect. I want to increase the front ride a bit more. Yeah, I figured we'd put our skills to good use. Put what we've learned to the test. Please don't lose the time. Please don't lose the time. I'm losing the time. I've lost the time. Slipstream, slipstream, slipstream. Ah, I lost 2/10. Here we go. One more lap. 58.4. That is also faster than I've ever gone on a default aggressive. Hang on. Have I been disconnected? Oh man, I got disconnected. That's sad. Wait, no, am I disconnected? Do I exit? Do I wait for the time to be over? What do we do? What do we do here? Do we jump in? Do we jump out? How does this work? Can I quit? Can I quit and jump back in? Will I still keep my quali position? I'm supposed to be P2, but it didn't count my 2 laps. Couldn't join again. Okay, we got a minute 30 seconds, so we can try. I hope I get into the same lobby though. What are the odds? It's not the same one. It's not the same one. It's a different one. It's back in qualifying again. How do I find the same one? How do I find the same one? Might join the pits. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is kind of messed up already. Yeah, this keeps happening, by the way. I can't join any old server. I just can't join any server. There we go. But nah, it's fine. Let's just join whatever we can. I gotta qualify again. I don't want to qualify again. Oh, the track temp is very hot. Very hot. vibe tuning again. It's one click lower rear wing, so we might be a little bit quicker. I don't know. Have to see. Yeah, okay. 3 more laps to do. So I'll keep it clean. Temps are high. Temperatures are very high. It's very temperature. It's awesome that people are still playing this, despite it being a so-called dead game, you know. Despite that. Okay, I gotta crank the wing up. I don't like it. It's too slippery. Immediately, I went through one corner. I'm like, nope. Car ain't gonna hold. I kind of knew he was gonna spin, but I just went straight to it. I'm sorry, blood. Sorry, bruv. I'm just gonna... Yeah, LFM is still booming, aren't they? Gonna half that. 17 liters. There you go. The lesser the fuel, the bigger the speed. Every collision is gonna tank my safety rating. Come on, we got 2 more laps maybe? 1 out lap and 1 proper lap. $400 people are doing LFM now. Ooh. Is it happening like right now? Or are people just practicing in LFM? I just want to avoid turn 1 chaos and then I'll be fine. Blood is warming up his tires. Bit of understeer to be expected. Oh, you can see all that data? Interesting. ACC is alive and well. I think it's very enjoyable. It really is. It definitely feels like a budget LMU. Minus the setup stress. Well, no, wait. With extra setup stress. As someone who's only getting into ACC online, just kind of exploring these public lobbies, right? What would you all say, anyone who's more experienced than me, what would you all say the overall level of competence is between LMU and ACC? Do you think people are more incompetent in ACC or in LMU? Because I'm willing to bet people are more incompetent in LMU because it's a newer game. And ACC has like a larger player base of people who are just more accustomed to it. From what I've experienced, Nara, I would disagree. Maybe it's just the overloaded public lobbies, because there's always a car teleporting, there's always a car kind of zigzagging around inconsistently. And I can't quite make where he's gonna be. That is kind of concerning. Ooh. Hey, we've got a YouTube chatter. Andrew, what is up, my guy? We're just doing one last race before I call it a night. We spent all night getting to grips with the Ferrari. It might be one of my favorite cars. Too soon for me to call it my soul car. Right now, it's a three-way between the Porsche, the Mustang, and the Ferrari. They all feel absolutely incredible. I can handle the glitch, but not be able to play the Kismical. Yeah. On one hand, you're comparing two very different things, which understandable. But isn't it stupid that it's come down to that? On one hand, you can play, but it's a bit shoddy. On the other hand, you can't play at all. But when you do play, it's amazing. Okay, that was a bad lap. 49.1. Not great. Not great. Speed. Good to see that swearing in the chat is still alive and well. Oh, Monza are so fun to drive on the limit. Because the curbs are rather forgiving, except Ascari. Ascari is a real B word. I don't have fast internet, but ACC ran better than LMU, but it kept kicking me out. Ooh. Okay, how long is the race? 15 minutes. 15 minutes should be how many laps? How many laps? How many laps? How many laps is 50 minutes? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, wait, 140. I'm gonna say 9 laps. 27. I'm just gonna put 30 liters. Ooh, of course, sprint grip. Do we need more arb? Do we need less arb? I'm gonna reduce the rear arb. Soften them springs. Bit more range, and then don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. No. No. Do not. Please do not. Whoopole! Whoopole! Okay, don't die. Don't die. Start the car up. Don't die. Please don't die. Please don't kill me in turn 1. Please. It's all Russians. I can't even pronounce their names. Wikchukchukis, Brzignovich, Suvorov, Stasiewski, Bichaptipshininane, Milman. I can't pronounce any of the names. I'm sorry if you're butchering your names, fellow Russian comrades. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Comrades, please don't kill me. Warm the brake, warm the brake, warm the brakes, warm the brakes. Warm the brakes up. Concentrate. It's only a few laps and then we're fine. Oh, BMW on my left. Oh, there's a missile! Oh. I saw my rearview mirror, there was a McLaren just... Never gets sold. Never change, Monza, never change. No matter how many health and safety regulations, you never seem to catch on. Love that about you. Run! There we go. Softening that rear arm definitely smoothened things out a bit. Also, whoops, problem. I didn't check the temperature properly, probably, and pressures are a bit low. We're a full pound per square inch lower. Yeah, we're running low. We are running low. Gotta warm them up. I can almost feel the sluggishness on the turret. Like it takes a while for the force feedback to actually react. Whoops. That board is a trackside object. That felt like a rock. Yeah, nah, dude, the pressures are low. Okay, right side is warming up a little bit. Left side, hope we load it through Parabolica. Do not curb. Please do not the curb. Please do not the curb. May have been an off track. Hope it wasn't. Yeah, we are pulling away from the beamer, the beam machine. Ooh, close to the sand. Clench. Bit of a clench. I can brake later, trail brake deeper, throttle later, keep it tight. Yes, there we go, come on. Was good, but not very good. Could be maybe 3 more tenths if I carry a bit more speed. Dropping the speed a bit too much. Do not the curb! There we go, wheels are consistently loaded, just slightly, maybe 2 degrees underinflated, more than I would like. Do not the curb. Don't curb. It's not don't curb, it's do not the curb. Gotta use the right words there. That one you can curb. Curb that. big slip, see? Exact same lap time. Drop the curb. Exact same lap time. Half a tenth. Consistency. Ooh, I had a lot of time and I lost a lot of time. Just be consistent. It's slow on the transition. You can't curb it like in a Assetto Corsa. You can't just bounce over the curb. It just eats it up. It's like there's no suspension geometry in this game. So bad. A tenth quicker. There we go. You got half a second more in you. I know you do. Come on. Push, 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 push. Very good exit. This better get my safety rating up. It's a flawless race. Slow on the transition, went too deep. Too deep, too deep. If you notice, if you can see on the camera, right? Notice how I'm always just leaving my hands open most of the time. I do that for two reasons. One, to relax my hands. But two, I do that to instinctively tell myself, don't grip the wheel, so I just let go of the fingers. So I'm just using like my palm grip. So whatever the car wants to do, it does it on its own. I don't need to force it. Only when it loads up, do I grip it back. Then every other time, I'm just loosening my grip on the wheel. 58, 48.5 flat. Nice. We've got about 4 more laps to go, I reckon. Let's go. That's how much fuel we got in the tank anyway. I think if there's one car that I can possibly do a 47 with on the default, it's this car. Not even the Mustang. Not even the Mustang I could do a 47. But this one I definitely can. Oh! Oh, here he comes, here he comes. Do not the curb. We're fine. Have you seen how expensive F1 merch is? Get out of here. You know we're broke. You know I'm broke. You can't keep up with me, BMW. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone from my mirror. Not curb. Almost curb. Went to KLCC for the the official, the AMG F1 shirt. Yeah, I'm like $400, boy. You know you're made in China. You're worth like 40 bucks at best. Knock 1-0 off and then maybe I'll consider buying. Two years of iRacing or fancy F1 shirt. Choice is yours. Hey, easy. Still a bit underinflated. Rears are fine, fronts are not. And the work shirt, what's a work shirt? Oh, sir, hello. Oh. Don't even get me started on the jackets, exactly. They look cool. I don't know if this is illegal, but who cares, right? We're broke. Is there any Temu alternative that is like not as high quality as original? Are there any bootlegs, you know, that are close enough, that are passable? No, you look at them and go, yeah, that's a Ferrari shirt, you know, it's good enough. Preferably one that won't get holes in it after wearing it for like a couple times. Or am I going to get blacklisted by the F1 teams if I do that? Ooh, from Shopee, yeah. Shopee's got some good ones. Okay, the corporate formal shirt, right. Oh no, the poor Mustang had another stop and go penalty because he was speeding into pits. Poor dude. Okay, this should be the final lap. We should be okay because we have enough fuel for it. Barely. Okay, this should be the last lap. Racecraft is going up. Safety rating isn't though. Final lap, bring it home. Perfect line. Perfect line. Not perfect line. Getting the 10th, lost the 10th. Cuckoo bird! We're just doing one race to close off the night. We've spent all night getting used to the amazing Ferrari 296 GT3. And it is the heckin' car. It is so far one of the fastest cars that we've ever driven in the game. Going toe to toe with the other fastest car that I've driven, the Ford Mustang. I don't know. Part of me still can't accept that these are faster than the Porsche. I want to revisit the Porsche. I think it's just a skill issue on my part. I'm coping. I'm coping hard. I want the Porsche so bad. I want the Porsche so bad. Do we win? I win. Woo! Hell yeah. That was an race. I won a race at Monza and I didn't die at turn 1. We almost did. We almost did though. Tony, play the clip. Hey, BMW. Hey, what are you doing? Hey. Boundaries, my guy. Hey. Hey. I kept it clean the whole race. Don't. Hey. Don't do that. Did some other cheeky bugger steal fastest lap away from me? Oh, no, he did. Oh, he did not. He did not. 47. Good on him, though. 49, 49, 49, 48, 49, 49, 48. Oh, look at that. The last lap was a 48. Pretty cool. Pretty good. Very safety. Very safety. I won on Monza on a Ferrari, exactly. Ain't that just poetic? What a way to close off the stream. What a way. Safety rating is at 66. Yay. Is that good? I don't know. It needs to be at like 70 at least, right? 70 or 80, I think, for ERGP. So I gotta get that up. I'm probably gonna grind some AI races. But everything else is awesome though. Consistency is at 93. Car controls at 86. Pace at 83. Racecraft at 87. Track competence at 99. We're doing good. We're doing good. You found the same shit on Shopee for $10 and it looks and feels the same as the real one because it is the same. It's the same. It's the same. The sweatshop workers. The same sweatshop workers who make the shirts. They go to Adidas to get a little sticker that says made by Adidas in Adidas land, and then they sell it for like 500,000 million bucks. And then the other one, they just sell it in China. They put it on a China website and they're like, oh, $10. No overhead, you know, $1 profit to keep the kids, to keep the child workers satisfied. That's all it is. It makes no sense. Why? Why are things so overpriced? Or someone on YouTube says, try F1. No. Unfortunately, I do not F1. I do not. Just as how I do not the curb, I do not F1. I simply don't F1. Everything else. Rally, NASCAR even, off-road, GT, hypercar, LMP, LMU, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, everything. But not F1. The closest I've ever gotten was F4. That's as far as I'll take it. F4. F4, you know? Driving F1 makes me want to alt F4, you know what I mean? F4 does that sometimes as well. It does make you want to go alt F4, but not as bad as F1. Good hustle, man. I think, see, I can't put a finger on it. I don't know if it's just the car that's just so good. The Ferrari, it has blown my mind at every turn. Every single track, it has outperformed my expectations, and it has gone toe to toe with the Ford Mustang on the default setup. So that just leaves the question, how good is it with an actual setup? And once I actually get more track time with it, when I finally watch some YouTube videos on how to drive, I haven't. By the way, I'm still using my own knowledge. I haven't watched any lap guides of anything on ACC yet. So I'm driving purely based on my own instinct, my own knowledge. If I watch a guide, I can probably squeeze in maybe half a tenth at least on every track, up to a tenth. The biggest one, of course, is Silverstone. I got to try to squeeze Silverstone. But Nürburgring, Watkins, and Red Bull Ring, I think I can definitely. There's a full second in there somewhere. The cars have the potential, but as a baseline, I'm very, very happy with the Ferrari. I'm pleasantly surprised. Just like the Mustang, I am incredibly surprised. I can't believe how good they are. They're phenomenal. So yeah, that leaves us tomorrow. I'm gonna stick with the mid-engine cars, so we will take the Lamborghini for a spin. I don't have setups for the Lambo, but so we will just stick with the stock default aggressive setup and give it a try. Just get a baseline feel for what it can and can't do. And then maybe on the final stream, one last stream. So tomorrow is what? Monday. Monday we will do Lamborghini. Wednesday we will do the last car in the list, the BMW M4. And then that's it. After that, we would have tested out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would have tested out 6 cars. 3 of the main cars, the Porsche, the Ford, and the AMG, and 3 of the sub cars, the Ferrari, the McLaren, the Ferrari, the Lambo, and the BMW. So out of the 6 cars, we'll just decide which is the best, which is the winner, which one I'm going to stick with for the Endurance League, which one I think I will be the most competent in, the one I can be the most consistent in, and the one that I think will give us the best chance at winning, right? A secondary concern is, of course, whatever I feel like is the best. I need to pick the top 2 at least so I can offer those options to my teammate, Yongjian, so he can also get used to the cars. So yeah, by Wednesday, I think we will make the decision which car we're going to stick with and which car will be my soul car on Who Wants to Be a... No, I forgot. What is a funny dating show name? I don't watch dating shows. What is like those dating show names again? Love Island? Is that a thing? Seto Island. There was a very, very bad joke in there somewhere. I was gonna never mind. No, let's stay away from anything island related. What other dating name shows are there? Dating shows. What is there? The Bachelor, The Cautionler. Now this is going off the rails. Anyway, it's been great. Very good stream. It's been fun. YouTube folk, if you're watching, thank you very much. We're just chilling. This is the first time I'm like properly getting into Assetto Corsa. I did once back on when I still had the T300. I did sort of get into it. I did a couple of endurance races, but not seriously. I did it for the fun of it, just for the sake of, I want to see what it's all about. I sucked massively, but it gave me a bit of experience. Now that I have a better wheel, I am enjoying it way more than I thought I would. I wish I had this sooner so I could enjoy and experience this sooner. I feel like I'm late to the party, And everyone's going to LMU, people are ditching this game, but I'm finding so much joy and satisfaction learning and mastering this game. It's very, very rewarding. It's very challenging. It's a different kind of challenging. I still like iRacing, race rooms kind of challenge. It's more realistic and authentic, but there's still a lot of pleasure to be found in ACC, and I've been having a lot of fun. Yeah. So this has been what, episode 4? This has been episode 4 of Finding My Soul Car, Ferrari episode. We'll be back next for the Lamborghini edition. I will see what this one feels like. We'll take this car out for a spin, take it on a date, take it for some spaghetti and minestrone. Anyway, shall we do a raidy shady? Shall we do and raid? Who shall we raid? Can we raid? Who do we raid? Who do we raid? Can we even raid? I have no idea. Let us cabbage. It feels like The Bachelor. It does, doesn't it? It does. It do be like that. Yeah, it's been a while since I've raided anyone. I think it'll be nice to raid. It's been a while since I've raided anyone. Thank you, YouTube folk. We're gonna raid over on the Twitch. On the Twitch Chanel. We're going to Chanel number 5. Who is number 5 on my Twitch list? Who is live right now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liam Levitius was doing Gran Turismo Manufacturers Nations Cup yesterday with that car whom I've forgotten the name of. Oh, look, Donny boy, Donnelly, 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 my boy Donnelly is live. Let's go. He's playing iRacing. Very good, very good. Let's go raid Donnelly, shall we? Nice. So yeah, let's jump on over. Been a while since we've raided anyone. It's been a good stream too. Very, very good stream. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all learned a thing or two about the Ferrari. Very, very potent car. A very, very potent car. So much potential. I'm hoping to be surprised by the Lambo, but I'm also hoping not. So that it right now we only have two cars to pick from: Ferrari, Mustang, and then Porsche. Is because I'm biased toward the Porsche. I just like the Porsche too damn much. Uh, I just want to be proven right by the Lambo if it's as bad as I think it's going to be. But some people say it's good, some people say it's not. I've never really been a fan of the Lambo, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. So Lambo and BMW are all the only two cars that remain to be tested, which I kind of favor. So we'll see how that goes. Hope you all enjoyed today. Forza Ferrari. Take care, stay safe, stay hydrated. Lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for spending time here. Have a good rest of your week. Enjoy the Monday. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and bye bye, everyone. Good night. Let's go, Ray Donnelly.